Now we have completed up to Chedi Cheta. We have started from Mahajanapadas. In Mahajanapadas, we have seen the four prominent Mahajanapadas, which are Vatsa, Avanti, Kosala, and Mahada. Then in Mahada, we have seen Haryanka dynasty, Shishunaga dynasty, Nanda dynasty, Maurya Empire, Sunga, Kanva, Satavahanas. Then Chedi Chetas. We have completed up to this. Then after this, we will be having foreign invasion, in which we will be seeing about Bactrians, Sakas, Parthians, and Kushanas. So for that, you can remember this acronym BSPK. So earlier I have said an acronym HSN-MSK, which stands for Haryanka, Shishunaga, Nanda, Maurya, Sunga, Kanva. After that, we have SC, Satavahanas, Chedi Chetas. After that, we will be having foreign invasion. BSPK, which stands for Bactrians, Sakas, Parthians, and Kushanas. Okay, let us see foreign invasions now. Okay, first one is Bactrians. Bactrians are the first foreigners to invade India. So Bactrians are also called as Indo-Greeks. Okay, first Bactrians. Bactrians or Indo-Greeks are the first foreigners to invade India. Reasons for foreign invasions are neglecting the northwestern frontier. This northwestern frontier is neglected by our kings. So this neglecting of the northwest frontier are the major reasons for the foreign invasions. The first one to invade is Bactrians. In Bactrians, Demetrius. Demetrius is the one who occupied Punjab and Afghanistan. He occupied Punjab and Afghanistan. Demetrius occupied Punjab and Afghanistan. Then comes Menander. Menander is the commander of King Demetrius. So Menander is the commander of King Demetrius. He is the commander. He was sent by Demetrius to get control of India. He was sent by Demetrius to gain the control of India. The capital of Menander. Menander set up his capital at Sialkot. So this is an important question. The capital of Menander is Sialkot. He set up his capital at Sialkot or Sakala. Okay, there is a fight between Vasumitra Sunga and Menander. Vasumitra Sunga had a battle with Menander. Vasumitra Sunga versus Menander, in which Menander won the battle. Vasumitra Sunga was defeated by Menander. So Menander was also called as Milinda. Menander is also called as Milinda. He set his capital at Sakala or Sialkot. He showed interest in Buddhism. Under the influence of the Buddhist monk Nagasena. Nagasena is a Buddhist monk who influenced the Menander, and Menander was interested in Buddhism. Actually, there is a book called Milinda Funho, which is an important book. Milinda Funho. So this book deals about the questions that Menander asked to Nagasena. Nagasena is a Buddhist monk who convinced Menander towards Buddhism, right? So some questions that Menander asked to Nagasena is compiled and made as a book, and that book is called as Milinda Funho. So this is an important book. Then comes Heliodorus. Heliodorus came to the court of Bahabhadra. So this is also comes under Bactrians. So we have already discussed, right, Bahabhadra. So in Bahabhadra court, Heliodorus will be coming to Bahabhadra court. He erected Garuda pillar or Besanagar pillar. So Garuda pillar at Besanagar or Besanagar pillar is erected by Heliodorus. So Garuda pillar at Besanagar. He liked Vaishnavism, so he erected Garuda pillar. He was interested in Vaishnavism, so he erected Garuda pillar, which says about the Bahabhadra. Then this is about Bactrians. Then we will be dealing about Sakas. Okay. So second one, I have already said BSPK. In this BSPK, the second one is Sakas. We have completed Bactrians. The second one is Sakas. Sakas are Scythians. So let us see right here. Second one. Sakas, so other name of Sakas is Scythians. So Sakas are Scythians. Sakas are Scythians are defeated by the Bactrians and captured. They defeated the Bactrians and captured the areas. They settled in Afghanistan, Punjab, Madura, and Western India. So their settlements are four. As you can see, first one is Afghanistan. They settled in Afghanistan. They also settled in Punjab. They had settlements in Madura and also in Western India. So I have already said that neglecting the Western India is the major reason for foreign invasions. So because of this neglecting of the Western region, this foreign invasion scheme. So they settled in Western India also. Sakas continued up to 4th century AD. They continued up to 4th century AD. Saka founder is, the founder of Saka is Mouse. Mouse is the founder of Sakas in 1st century AD. Sakas is found in 1st century AD by Mouse. It continued up to 4th century AD. Azes, important ruler is Azes. A-Z-E-S, 1 is at 1. Azes 1 or Azes 1 is the is one important ruler under Sakas. He is the son of Mouse. He is the son of Mouse and the successor of Mouse. He found Vikrama era. It is believed that he found Vikrama era, and some say he doesn't found the Vikrama era. There is many stories relating to Vikrama era. There are many Vikramaadityas. So there are around 14 kings had the title of Vikramaditya. Some say he is the one who found Vikrama era, but it is not sure. And among all the 14 Vikramaadityas, Chandragupta II, which we will be discussing later, is the most powerful Vikramaditya. Then a portion, a part of Sakas, a branch of Sakas is called as Western Satraps. So we will be having Western Satraps. Western Satraps is nothing but a branch of Sakas. So branch of Sakas is called as Western Satraps. It is founded by Rudradaman. The founder of Western Satraps is Rudradaman. He had a famous inscription, and that inscription is called as Junagar Pillar inscription. Junagar Pillar inscription says about Rudradaman. So Junagar Pillar inscription says about Rudradaman, who is the founder of Western Satraps, which is the branch of Sakas. So Rudradaman is the first person to give very long inscription in chaste Sanskrit. So he gave the very long inscription in chaste Sanskrit. He is the first person to give very long inscription in chaste Sanskrit. And one importance about Rudradaman is he repaired the Sudarshan Lake. He repaired Sudarshan Lake. So he is the person who repaired Sudarshan Lake, and he also gave importance to agriculture and irrigation. So we have seen Bactrians. Bactrians are Demetrius. Demetrius is the one who occupied Punjab and Afghanistan. Then comes Menander. Menander is the commander of the Demetrius, the commander-in-chief of Demetrius, who is sent to India to gain control of India. His capital is Sialkot or Sakala. Vasumitra Singha versus Menander. There is a battle in which Menander won the battle. There is he is converted towards Buddhism. He is interested in Buddhism by a Nagasena Buddhist monk. Nagasena. There is some questions that this Menander asked to Nagasena. Those questions are compiled and formed a book that is called as Milinda Funho. Menander is also called as Milinda. This is about Bactrians. Then after Heliodorus came to the court of Bhagabhadra. Heliodorus erected Garuda pillar because he liked Vaishnavism. Then comes Sakas or Scythians. Sakas or Scythians had settlements in Afghanistan, Punjab, Madura and Western Satras. They continued up to 4th century AD. The founder is Mouse, who founded in 1st century AD. After Mouse, we will be having Azes 1. Azes 1 is the son of Mouse and the successor of Mouse. He founded Vikrama era. It is said. It is not true because there is some other story also. But here it is believed that he found Vikrama era by some people. Then Vikrama era is founded by Vikramaditya. Generally, they say Vikramaditya. There are around 14 kings who are called as Vikramaditya. Chandragupta II is the most powerful Vikramaditya. Then there is a branch of Sakas which is called as Western Satraps. Western Satraps is the branch of Sakas. It is founded by Rudradaman. Relating to Rudradaman, there is an inscription called as Junagar Pillar inscription, which tells about Rudradaman. He gave the first very long inscription in chaste Sanskrit. He is the person who repaired Sudarshan Lake, and he also gave importance to agriculture and irrigation. These are the things about Bactrians and Sakas. Then comes Parthians and Kushanas. Okay, so next Parthians, Kushanas. Third one, Parthians. Parthians is also called as Shaka Pallavas. Parthians is also called as Shaka Pallavas. So important ruler of Parthians is Gondopharnes. Important ruler Gondopharnes. Gondopharnes is the important ruler of Parthians. An inscription is relating to Parthians, and that inscription is called as Takht-i-Bai inscription. Takht-i-Bai inscriptions says about Gondopharnes. So relating Parthians, this is only up to this. So Parthians is also called as Shaka Pallavas. Important ruler of Parthians is Gonde Furnace. Takht Iber inscription says about Gonde Furnace. That's it. And fourth one is, I have already said it is BSPK. We have completed Bactrians, Sakas, Parthians. Then final one is Kushanas. In Kushana only the famous ruler Kanishka, who in whose period fourth Buddhist council held. Okay, in Kushanas are also called as Tocharians. Tocharians. They are also called as Yechis. Yeuchis. Yechis. Founded as Cadaphysis. Kushanas is founded by Cadaphysis. So, Cadaphysis. Then, Vaima Cadaphysis is the son of Cadaphysis, is the successor. Then, Vaima Cadaphysis was a Saiva Bhakt. This was known from his coins. He issued gold coins. Then, Kushanas is the first person to issue high quality gold coins. They issued high quality gold coins. Then, we will be having one important ruler. The important ruler of Kushanas is Kanishka. We will be having Kanishka, who is the important ruler. So, Kanishka, he had the capital at Purushapura and Peshawar. He had capital at Purushapura, Peshawar. So, Kanishka is the person who founded Saka era. So, now we are discussing about Kanishka. He is the person who founded Saka era. Saka era is founded in 75 AD. In 75 era, Saka era is founded by Kanishka. We have already said Kalhanas Rajatarangi during our talk about Mauryas. Kalhanas Rajatarangani tells that Mauryas extended up to Kashmir, right? So, Kalhanas Rajatarangani. So, Kalhanas Rajatarangani says Mauryas extended up to Kashmir, Ashoka conquered Kashmir. Those are the things which are said in Kalhanas Rajatarangani. It also says that Kanishka invaded Kashmir and occupied it. So, now here it tells Kanishka invaded Kashmir and occupied it. So, Kalhanas Rajatarangani is relating to Kashmir, which tells that Mauryas extended up to Kashmir. It also tells Kanishka also invaded Kashmir. So, I have already said AK, Ajashatru, Kala Ashoka and Kanishka. So, fourth Buddhist council happened during Kanishka period. So, fourth Buddhist council during Kanishka period. So, Kanishka is a follower of Buddhism. Then, image worship of Buddha came during his period only. Before that, there is no image worship of Buddha. But here, image worship of Buddha came. So, during this period, he also patronized some Buddhist scholars. The Buddhist scholars who are patronized by Kanishka. Or, we can say, Vasumitra, Ashwagosha, then Nagarjuna, then Pashava. Then he also patronized physician. The physician is called as Charaka. He wrote the famous Charaka Samhita. So, Charaka Samhita is wrote by Charaka. He also patronized Charaka. So, Kanishka patronized Charaka, who wrote Charaka Samhita, which deals about therapeutic medicines. This Charaka Samhita deals about therapeutic medicines. Okay. Then, relating to art. So, relating Ashwagosha, he wrote a book called Buddha Charita. Ashwagosha wrote Buddha Charita. This is an important point. Then Charaka wrote Charaka Samhita. These are the literary sources and well as the Buddhist scholars who are patronized by Kanishka. Then comes art. Art is Gandhara art. In Gandhara art, actually Kanishka liked Gandhara art. In Gandhara art, marble is not used. Relating Gandhara art, it is a Greek-Roman style. It is a Indo-Greek Roman style. So, in this, marble is not used, and then Kanishka likes Gandhara art. This is about Kanishka. And then, relating to economy, they controlled Silk Route. Silk Route. So, Silk Route, now it is in use actually. China is making One Belt, One Road initiative, right? It is a concept of Silk Route, right? So, in ancient period, China, Silk Route passed through this Kushana Empire. So, and went up to Iran. It went up to Iran, but it passed through Kushana Empire. So, it is the importance of Kushana economy. Then agri is also promoted by Kushanas, and also irrigation, agri, irrigation, everything is promoted by Kushanas. And Kushana started construction of brick walls and use of burnt bricks. So burnt brick usage started during Kushanas, and Kushana is the person who introduced leather shoemaking to India. So leather shoemaking in India is introduced by Kushana, as well as burnt brick usage is also introduced by India. Kushana kings were called as sun gods. So you can note here, Kushana kings. Kushana kings are called as sons of God. So Kushana, we know Kanishka followed Buddhism. Then Kushana started construction of burnt brick. They started construction of brick walls, and they also introduced leather shoemaking to India. These are the importance of Kushanas. Then successor of Kanishka. So we have discussed about Kanishka, right? After Kanishka, we have Hurishka. Hurishka is the successor of Kanishka. Then we have Hurishka. Hurishka is the successor of Kanishka. He is also a patron of Buddhism. We all know Kanishka is Kanishka like Buddhism. So what, he conducted the 4th Buddhist Council. Hurishka is also a patron of Buddhism. The last important Kushana ruler is Vasudeva. So last important Kushana ruler is Vasudeva. So this is about Kushanas. Let us repeat once. So Kushanas are also called as Tocharians or riches. Founder is Kadaphises. Important ruler is Kanishka. They had their capital as Purushapura or Peshawar. Kanishka founded the Saka era in 75 AD. In Kalhana's Rajatarangini, it says that Mauryas extended up to Kashmir. It also says that Kanishka conquered the Kashmir. Kanishka captured Kashmir. During Kanishka period, only 4th Buddhist Council held. First Buddhist Council held during Ajashatru, 2nd Buddhist Council during Kalashoka, 3rd during Ashoka, and 4th during Kanishka, aka. Then Buddhist scholars who are patroned by Kanishka are Vasumitra, Ashwagosha, Nagarjuna, and Pashava. Vasumitra, Ashwagosha. In Ashwagosha wrote a book called Buddha Charita, and Kanishka also patronized one physician called Charaka. Charaka wrote Charaka Samhita. Charaka Samhita is a book that deals about the therapeutic medicines. The art that is patronized by Kushanas are Gandhara art. The speciality about Gandhara art, marbles are not used in Gandhara art, and it is an Indo-Greco-Roman style. And relating economy, Kushanas has a control on Silk Route. Silk Route passed through the Kushanas. Silk Route is something related to China. It starts from China and it passes up to Iran, but it passes through this Kushana Empire. So this is the importance of the Kushanas. And Kushanas promoted agri and irrigation. They started the usage of burnt bricks. So this is one important fact. So Kushanas are the one who started the usage of burnt bricks, and they also introduced leather shoemaking in India. Then Kanishka. After Kanishka, we have the successor Hurishka. Hurishka is the successor of Kanishka. He is also a patron of Buddhism. The last important Kushana ruler is Vasudeva. So this is the fact about Kushanas. After Kushanas, we will be having Gupta. So after Kushanas, we will be having Gupta, which is more important. Why? Because it's during Gupta period, second time political unification happened. First time political unification happened during Mauryas. Second time political unification happened during Gupta.